I am not a Street Fighter player, except in the past couple months because I started grinding Street Fighter 6 competitively, but like I am more the majority casual fan base that sort of grew up with this IP, this fascinating, aesthetically cool thing where there's a guy who has karate and he shoots fireballs and that's how I sort of always engaged with it. But that's not to say I am not like that I never was a big fan, because I think I really am. And it comes down to this game. This is Street Fighter EX plus Alpha. This is the PlayStation port of the arcade game Street Fighter EX. And it's really interesting. And the game, all pieces of it have been part of like my mental architecture for so long. And because I've been grinding Street Fighter, I wanted to like revisit this. And no chat, no cam, just me in the game and a microphone and you guys listening later on. This game I think is really special. And so for a little bit of a history lesson, because I don't really know this either. I looked it up. But it was developed with Capcom, with another studio named Erica. It was the first Street Fighter game with 3D polygon graphics. The graphics are very sick. They're very charming. And it's like these were like ex-Capcom employees, and they made this game. There were two more, EX and EX3, that I never played. And this company, Erica, would go on to build Fighting Layer, which was like their own fighting game. And you'll see in this game, there's like really weird characters that don't make any sense. And I played this game so much as a kid, this one, Street Fighter EX, that I thought like Skullomania was a normal Street Fighter character. I didn't know anything. But yeah, anyway, I got it. I got the emulator. I'm using Duck Station. Oh, mama. Oh, who member? Only 90s kids, member. Only 90s kids. Whew, it was just a generational intro for any game. But yeah, this game, so I played it. I didn't have a PlayStation growing up. And I would go to my friend Jeff's house. Because Jeff's house was cool. Oh, I remember this too. Jeff's house was cool because his dad bought him like all the games. So he had PlayStation and he had a shitload of these games. And one of them was Street Fighter. And I just liked the aesthetic. You're a 35-year-old, 40-year-old something in America. You grow up with this game in like pizza parlors and shit. And it just meant something. It's like a generational brand that persists to this day thanks to this band right here, Capcom. And so I go to Jeff's house and I would just want to play Street Fighter. He didn't even want to play it. One time he admitted to me he hid the game from me because all I wanted to do was come and play Street Fighter. He didn't want to play against me. I just wanted to sit there and move around in the game and look at all the characters. Because with an intro like this, how could you not? Look at him farm. This first-person cam. Dude, there was a first-person cam when they played replays. Look at these graphics, bro. And I know I'm just like an old shitter. Full Moon. But it's like, I think to this day, there's still this indescribable charm. Listen to the way he says it.
Plus Alpha.
Plus Alpha. It was always felt like an afterthought. The voice acting always messed me up there because it sounded so weird. But yeah, so I go to Jeff's. And it was actually crazy because Jeff's dad, like a couple years later, killed himself, which was awful. Jeff's dad and my mom were really good friends. And then one day out of the blue, he killed himself. And my mom was like devastated. And then Jeff went to go live with his mom. And I haven't seen him in over 20 years, I guess, now. But he was a really nice guy. I always remember how confusing it was. And then, that reminds me, too. My mom had a friend of hers a couple years later. His name was Kelly, and they were very, very close. They, spent a lot of time together, and he also killed himself. and it just kind of happened a lot. Kelly was an interesting guy because I remember he took this picture that was so cool. It was he worked in construction, and he bought the same like white pair of shoes over and over and over. Like, these are the shoes he likes. He bought them. When they got old, he bought them again, but he never threw them away. He just kept his old shoes. And so he took this picture. See if I can find it. Maybe I'll put it on the screen. But it was a line of his old shoes in the yard, like footsteps. And it was like almost like a direct physical timeline of himself, his literal footsteps with his old shoes. And it was very, very cool. But yeah, he killed himself. And when my mom died like a year later. I was 18. When my mom died, she died in a car wreck. I found Kelly's ashes in her stuff. And I was like, what am I supposed to do with this? You know, that's she's the one who got them. And so what I did was, because I was like the only child, and my mom dies, she has all this stuff, and so a lot of it was me like getting rid of stuff, right? And I took Kelly's ashes and I drove to the river in Colorado, and I just dumped them in the river. I was like, you know, I mean, I didn't know this guy that well, but I think if I were ashes, I think it would be cool to go into the river stream. And I think that was, the right thing to do, I guess. But that's the weird thing about when people die, like all this shit. They have all this shit left over, and you're kind of like, how you have to deal with it. You have to figure out what to do. So yeah, this game's awesome. I'm playing on my lever list, by the way, which is kind of interesting. So I fired this up a little bit before to like test and see if it worked on the computer and stuff. And dude, my fingers were hurting from the D-pad, and that actually brought me back because I would play the game and do these combos so much as a kid that my fingers would get fucked up blisters. So arcade mode. Now this is the crazy part. Check this out. So arcade mode, you boot it up. It's got the classics. Well, Pullum Perna, she's a new character, but look at Zangief, Cracker Jack's new, Hakuto, Ryu, Ken, Chun, Doctrine Dark, Guile. This is my guy, Skullomania. I thought Skullomania was so cool. But the weird thing is, you keep going, and they just didn't show everyone, but there's more characters. And these are these, like, Eureka characters. There's Akuma, Bison, Garuda. He's like the Akuma of this world. Yaldawsum Sakura. I actually really like her. I weirdly felt a kinship with her. She was like Ryu, but kind of sucked. Anyway, I was a Ryu main. But there's so much charm to this game. And for one, the music is crazy. This track that's about to play. Anyway, this is Skullomania stage. He's like a salary man who became a superhero. Let me see if I can actually beat this guy. Inputs are all pretty much the same. Also, this looks like it should be like a 2.5D like Tekken, but the third axis is very, very rarely used. Okay, I'm chopped. How much super does he have? So you have to remember, like, I never like knew how to play these games. Like most people, right? Like most of the player base in 6 is like plat. They don't know what they're doing, right? And so I am also that. But there's something so inherently fascinating about throwing a fireball and having him go Hadouken. And it's really, for some reason, so special. And that's why there's a million of these fucking games, right? Alright, let's try to... Okay, I think Skullmania is going to wash me here. This is crazy. Is he input reading? Okay, for the throw input? Okay. Real cool. In EX3, he has like a cape. I only know that because I looked it up, but I really like Skullomania. So I lost. Whatever. This is the arcade mode. It's great. This is a fun way to play the game, but the real meat of the game, I'll show you guys. Listen. I think the jury has come back with a conclusion. Like, I'm a little bit autistic, probably most likely. I love the blocks. I love the graphics. I love the polygons. I love how symmetrical and everything feels. So imagine that. Imagine I'm looking through the menu and shit, and I find expert mode training. Oh my god, it's a grid. Combo trials. They put combo trials in my shit. And I would sit and just do these. This is why Jeff hid the game from me. Because I would sit and just grind. And you know what was cool is you do them and you unlock characters. So on the right here, that's Evil Ryu, Evil Hakuto, and then there's like a texture guy and a wireframe guy. They're called like Gamma B and Gamma Y or something. And they just like kind of were like, I don't know, what's the guy in Mokujin and Tekken? He just had all the moves or whatever. And man, these were so fucking hard. I'm surprised. One of these guys, I think it might have been Ken or Ryu. I did all of them, but these links are no joke, man. Oh, I hit start. So start exits the game. It's kind of weird. But yeah, let's just. So they start off pretty easy. You also get to fight Evil Ryu in the training mode. Like you kind of get to see who you're up against. It plays their theme. So again, I'm on my lever list, which is there's no SOCD cleaning as well. So you can't do the SOCD shortcut for a Shoryuken. So it's got to be legit. Tatsu is a quarter circle back 3 input, and you keep doing the quarters. It's kind of like Jinrai. And then this is DP. The supers. So the supers in this game, I'll show you guys later. There's a character named Blair Dame who is bad as fuck. Oh my gosh, she has blue hair. And her supers were easily cancelable. And if you have 3 bars, you can do... Well, you can do... For one, your bar, see on the top there? It's a super, right? Okay, hold on. Please. Alright, it's a little hard. Well, let's look at the command list while I'm having trouble. Look, lean command list. We got a command normal. We got fireball. We got a DP. Bro, please. There we go. It's the Shinku Tatsu. Done deal. Jumping heavy, standing heavy kick. Oh my god, that took... I can't express how long that took. I had to switch controllers. I am on my PS5 controller now. These links are tough, man. These combos are fucking hard. And I know I'm a baby, right? Because, like, 4 doesn't have a buffer. All the games with 4 don't have buffers. Like, that's just the way this shit's played. But, like, good Christ, man. Dude, my fingers are getting blisters again. Motherfucker! Okay, well, okay, now I'm back on the lever list, but a different one. Dude, I am such a baby. I cannot do this combo. There we go. Jesus Christ. The DP input, too, is so mysterious. Like, look at the command list. What I remember as a kid being like, what is that? What does Z mean? Oh my god. Oh, I'll show you Guile later. The charge is also not intuitive at all. But I guess you're just supposed to know. I've been trying this, and I'm not kidding, for like 40 minutes. I just can't do it. It's not gonna happen. Damn, I'm so close too. So one of these trials, I forget which one. It could have been Ryu. Maybe it was Ken. I was definitely a Shoto player as a little kid. But I did them. And when it happened, the whole screen, like fireworks happened on. There's like 3 fireworks and there's like a crowd cheering, if I remember correctly. Maybe I just implanted that shit, the crowd part. But I got so excited that I ran downstairs to Jeff and Rob, who was who's like my childhood like best friend ever. And I was like, guys, I just did all the missions on Street Fighter, and they did this thing. And like people cheered, and there was fireworks, and they're like listening to Eminem playing a different video game. Be like, cool, man. But it was fine because I was definitely annoying them. Oh my god, I almost got Evil Ryu. Rob actually, he was a big part of my life too. We would, I think I've told this on the pod before, but I've seen Good Burger, the movie with Keenan and Kel, probably I think like over 100 times, because every weekend we'd go to the video store. His mom would give us some money, go to the video store, and we get an N64 game, Good Burger, and a different movie. We'd rented them. And so we would just watch Good Burger automatically, and then watch the other movie, and then play the N64 ends like all weekend. And it was like the jewel of my child. It was so, I think for as much like sad things that happened in my childhood, things like that, I remember them the brightest, right? Like the fondest, you know, like games like this, right? That's kind of why I wanted to revisit this, because like, dude, the music in this game is so. Let's go to a good track. I'll show you Blair, who's bad as fuck, by the way. But basically, you could chain 3 of her supers in this game, and it was very, very easy. You just mash, and when you did that, 3 meteors come across the screen, and I was like, holy shit, and it was the coolest thing. But I could only do it with her because the execution was so low. But listen to this song. Her and Cracker Jack share the same song. Dude, this whole... I don't know why they snapped, so they decided to snap. Shoot up resist DP. Lightning and knee. Oh, man. That reminds me, too. Every time I see Chun-Li do Hisanshu in 6... Hold on really quick. I think about this game, because I only ever heard her say Hienshu. And I don't speak Japanese. I only know how to order food and say thank you. But there it is. Hienshu. Let's see what the command is. Quarter circle back kick. Hienshu. There's that bullshit cross-up one, too. She was always fucked up. What's lightning kick? You just kick. Oh, wait, and spinning about a kick. I love that line, dude. I think about it every time that I play Chun-Li in Street Fighter 6. Awesome. Anyway, let's go back to Blair. They made the finest Street Fighter character in the world, and then never used her again. Yeah, I'm a gooner. Yeah, so what? But yeah, Rob, my friend, we stayed in touch for a little while after I moved away, and I would still go see him sometimes, but we had different paths in life for sure. He ended up dying. He OD'd like 3 years ago now, and I went to his funeral, and he was one of those guys that he was really hard to dislike. He's a very special guy in that way. I always admired his ability to fit into any group very authentically and genuinely and be almost universally beloved, which I think is a very hard contrast to myself. I think I can be very easily, polarizing. But yeah, he died. His mom died a couple years earlier. She had cancer. She was very sweet. She was the one that would always give us money and shit, and go. They made decent money as a family, and yeah, I was just so lucky to have had a place like that to go every weekend, every single weekend for I think 2 years straight. Maybe it was less because time kind of dilates when you're a kid. All right, let's shoot upper. Okay, Dragon Punch. Cool. Lightning a knee. Sliding arrow. That's gonna be, of course, a forward kick. Oh yeah, that was such a sick ass move. I always loved how stiff the animation looks. Shoot kick. That's quarter circle back kick. Mirage combo kick. This is her super. What's the other one? Okay, so yeah, you would do, I think... Is it this one? Okay, it's punch. The punch input. So you do this, cancel, and then you do it again. And you do half a bar, and you have to spend 3, but it does the sickest animation. I'll try to get it in an arcade match. Boom, right in your nuts, bitch. Who else was cool? Let's see. You had Akuma. This is my first introduction to Akuma. Besides X-Men versus Street Fighter. So it was cool. I still have this memory. It was a very fond memory. I would go... When I'd see my dad in the summers, I'd just hang out in arcades all day at the casinos, right? Because it's you have a big casino, it means there's a hotel, and it means there's an arcade. It's because the arcade is where you dump your kids, and then the family goes to gamble. I love these arcades. And there was a one particular casino arcade I would always hang out in. It was the John Esquaga's Golden Nugget in Reno, Nevada, and they had an X-Men versus Street Fighter cabinet, and I love that game because I'm obsessed with, like, I don't know, it was just so appealing, this whole franchise, right? They like made it make sense. Anyway, I play this game and I would just like play Ryu and Ken. Again, I'm a big Shoto head back then, and it was like my team. And I would just learn how to do supers, and I would just fish for supers. And one day there was this like young woman playing on the cab. And she was on her cell phone talking and playing at the same time, which was actually kind of interesting because, like, I didn't know women played video games at that point, but I didn't think about it either. I had to be like 11 or 12 or something. I'd go up, and she's playing. And in those games, in the arcades, you would put your coin in, and it would stop the game, and then here comes a new challenger, and you have to play them. And the person that beat the other person got to continue playing on the setup in their position 1 or 2. So I put in my quarter. And she's like, it just exited itself. And she's like, and I challenge her, and she's on the phone, and she just kind of looks over. And she's like, what? And she looks over like I'm an asshole. And let me tell you this, I waxed her, bro. I fucked her up. And she got mad, and she left. And while this was happening, there was a group of like 3 other guys watching, and they came up and complimented me for kicking her off the setup, which I think back now might have been kind of cringe of them to do that. Like, I was just being a kid. I was where Chuck E. Cheese, where a kid can be a kid. But now thinking back, but maybe they were like, it was like one of their girlfriends or something. Like, I think they all knew each other, and I kind of just like accidentally mogged this grown woman playing X-Men versus Street Fighter. So anyway, I got Evil Ryu. Here's Akuma. He's cool. So obviously everyone knows Akuma, but imagine my surprise. I love going through all these characters, all these, like, finding out all this shit. He's a Shoto. He's the evil one. He does weird shit. He's got air fireball. Like, oh, you can do quarter circle back for the big one, I think. Oh, he has a roll. Dude, he has Dragunov's, like sidestep 2 or whatever. How do you do the, so he has so many inputs, right? Like, this is kind of crazy. Oh, you do all 3. I don't have one mapped. Oh, he's the dash. Bro, he's so sick. Wait, you do all 3? Oh, and it uses that, like, 3D space, right? Like, this is a 2D game, but, like... Oh, man. What's this one do? But yeah, you go through and look at that shit. You know, you understand how mysterious this is when you're a little kid, and you go and you see this like combo input, this it command that you've never seen ever. And you're like, what the fuck is that? I tried to do this for so long. I practiced and I practiced, and I got it eventually. It probably took me like a day because I'm shit at games, as you can tell. He has 4 supers. Look at the cancel here. So this one has a different, the Go Shoryu has a different, like, input. It's like quarter circle and then DP and then punch instead of 2 quarter circle forwards, which is kind of interesting. But they can only display that through like that little PNG, right? I guess it was a bitmap back then. But let me try to do this. Ooh. Look at that damage, bro. Musotsu. Man, that's sick. This is air fireball. You can do it while jumping back, which is kind of cool. Can you do dive kick while jumping back? I don't think he has dive kick. Shoryuken. He's got 4 tattoos because he's cool. Nice. Anyway. Yeah, some of these... Here's something I still remember. I only booted this up and checked reviews, but I still remember certain shit about this game that always confused me. So, we got Zangief, classic, right? He had this really interesting thing in his combo trials. I think it's maybe one of these. They, like, put little... Like, this is, I think, unique to Zangief only. But this isn't the one I was looking for. It's a read, not a reaction. There we go. It just says perform a spinning pile driver. They're just like, fucking go for it, bro. See if you can do it. Because we don't think you can. So it said, yeah, it would be super stomping, cancel. Standing me, it doesn't explain to you what this is. Which is always, I always thought that was really... To me, it was infuriating, right? Because I'm, like, trying to win this game. Man. Oh, they had this guy, Darun. Now, Darun was weird because he was just, like... Persian Zangief? Which I don't think is... You know what? I misspoke. There's nothing weird about that. He actually kind of moves with swag. I always thought he was, like, as big, but now that with, like, my understanding of the male body as I'm an adult... Yeah, everyone's kicks are the same. Ganges DDT. Oh, he says it too. That's so sick. So I got Evil Ryu. About to unlock Evil Hokoto. This is her. They thought she was important enough to get an evil variant, which I guess is pretty cool. Chugeho! I still remember that. Dude, I haven't heard her say that in like 20 years. Over. I'm just guessing here. Shinkugeki. Ooh, she has a backdash. Ooh, that's clean. Dude, I wonder who's broken in this game. I'm sure there's been like a Maximilian video. Also, if you guys didn't know, Sakura's theme is Maximilian's like intro. And I, for Bad Melee, used the character select song for our intro. I'm telling you, the music is like, it's like too good. What? Is that like a parry? She's so complicated. Whoa. Cool. Oh, here's her parry. Backwards DP? That's... Ooh! Yeah, this was cool because you charge it up. I remember this. Bam! It looks like shit. So, another guy, this guy... So, when Jeff did play the game with me, his favorite character was Alan Snyder, who is pretty cringe. I think he's like whiny, he looks stupid, but here's why he liked him. Also, this is the best song. No. This is the second best song. The best song is Ken's theme. It's called Guardian of Light. But this one is so... It's so beautiful. It's crazy. It's like this cool jazz tune. Anyway, he says his shit out loud, and his accent's really weird, obviously, because, like, you know, it's just voiced by Japanese voice actors. Justice Fist. How'd this one go? Okay, so Jeff loved that move. It's called Rising Dragon. But he liked it because he thought he said wipe the dry ass. So when Jeff would play this with me, he would just try to make him wipe the dry ass. And That was I always respected that. I was glad he just wanted to play with me. I'm not gonna lie. Justice Fist. Justice Fist. Nice dragon. Fire Force. I think it's this one. To listen to this song. Ugh. I don't want to stop it. Fire. I always thought he said Fireborg. Triple break. I remember this one. Bam. Bam. Bam, 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 bam. Go on, man. Go on, Alan Snyder. Who else was cool? Bison was in it. You know him. Garudo is really sick because he was, like, violent. All his moves had to do with stabbing you with fucking spikes, and it looked like it really hurt. This song is also amazing. Like, his throw, if I can do it. Check this out. You're dead. You're fucking dead. Why are you getting up? All right. Look at his names too. These all just like very like short, stern Japanese names for his moves. Oh! Look at this shit. Oh! Yeah, this guy scared the shit out of me. Look at that, bro. Suga. Oh, yeah, this one you can move around. That was always cool. Listen to these drums. What the fuck are we doing, man? This is crazy. Okay, now guitar, go. Isn't that crazy? This was like him and Akuma's theme. Like, this is the bad guy theme. Jazon, backwards DP. We don't really got those anymore, huh? Am I crazy? Golga. Oh, look at this aura stance. Look at this aura stance he does. Chua. Dun, dun. You think the song's over, bitch? It's not. You're practicing your half circles on a leverless. You get to hear some of the greatest music ever put in a fighting game. Bison, so I always had a problem with charge characters. So Guile, I always thought was cool. The reason why I liked Guile, because his head was very symmetrical. Let's, we can go back to the trail, the cookie crumb trail of that. He has the same theme as Alan Snyder. I guess it is more Guile's theme because he's the more famous guy. Maybe Alan Snyder is the slime to Guile's Ludwig. But I always loved his how he says it in this one. If there was like a mod that could change all the voice lines to EX plus alpha voice lines in Street Fighter 6, it'd be awesome. That's how it goes. Sonic Kaboom! Flash kick. I hate charge characters, man. Easy. Opening Gambit. I think this is his... Yeah, he only has 2 specials to this day. Okay, so double flash kick. Check this out. I still remember the input for this is so fucking weird. It was so hard for me to figure out. What the fuck are we talking about? Down back charge? And then what is that? Help me out. I don't know. I remember I got double flash kick like once in my life. He calls it somersault. It's kind of cool. We're not getting it. But weirdly enough too, he had less moves for his combo trials, which are just moves in the beginning. So now he has a shitload. Look at this shit. Double flash kick into opening gambit. Kill yourself. Kyrie, I remember this guy. He was so whiny. There was something about Kyrie which I didn't like because he was very badass because I think he had like a Satsui no Hado thing going on where he was like trying not to succumb to the darkness. But he just was a real whiny guy. Mayuriko, I remember this. Yeah. Look at that shit. What is that grab? Yeah, pretty much just Arika's Shoto. They give it to you. So if I'm not mistaken, he has... Yeah. So he has Akuma's Raging Demon. Which is sick, right? Like, this fucking weird dude who is like a Timu Ryu has probably one of the coolest moves in like fighting game history. And he reaches through your fucking chest. Awesome. My recording died, and I did a little bit of Skullmania, but I'm just gonna redo it and show you guys. He's just so cool. He is a Japanese salaryman who quit his job and became a skeleton superhero, and that's just like. This song is also amazing. Skull Slider, Skull Head. Wait, I didn't do it right. Need that. I made that joke earlier, but the recording was off. It sounded way better. Scullo Dive. I think this is backwards DP. Yeah. Scullo Face Slam. I feel like that's not what he's saying. And Super Scullo Crasher. Man. Also, I think the alternate costumes were just different colors as well. Oh, Scullo. Oh my god, that's... Dude, I forgot it twice. I forgot it when I was doing the first recording, and I forgot it just now again. He has a Raging Demon input. Oh. Yes. Oh, man. He's cool. Who else? I gotta look at Doctrine Dark. It doesn't say that, like, the announcer will say their names in arcade mode and always, like, kind of says them really weird. I think he's Dr. Dark, but he says Doctrine Dark. But this guy's, as you can see, very dark. He kind of looks like Karl Jobst. Am I crazy? Anyway, he's got, like, a scorpion type thing. You can send a thing in it. Killing Blade. I think this is DP. Explosive. I love that shit. That's a long timer. I think Light's a light timer. Yeah. Just lands on him. Dark Wire, Dark Spark. Dark Wire, Dark Hold. And then I think you bring him back. Yeah. Boom. Death Trump. You said it, brother. Boom. Dark Shackle. Yeah, I always like that one. Oh, and he ends it with the explosive. Very sick. His level in this game is just in a sewer, which I always thought was really funny. It's like he's just a stinky, weird guy who makes bombs. Which is like, you know, who among us isn't that? So yeah, this was the main way I engaged with this game as a kid. It was just doing these missions, trying my best, doing as many as I can, hurting my thumb, and it's a really fond memory, and it's still fun to this day. There's one more thing I want to show before we just like run one arcade mode, I think, and see an ending. But Something I just remembered. Oh, yeah. She's got one, too. Everyone gets one. They should have just done that for all the games, man. Give everyone Raging Demon, and sometimes it's nice. Sometimes candy comes out. It's funny. Jeff actually ended up giving me his copy of this game later on when I got my own PlayStation, because he was like, well, I'm not going to play it. And he knew how much I liked playing it. And it was, I remember it being a little less special when I took it home and would just grind these trials because of the, I guess, the accessibility and maybe just like growing up and playing different stuff, whatever. But let's run an arcade run. Let's fight 10 enemies, 10 champions. So I think we gotta start with... Dude, she has a belt on her neck. That is... She a freak, and that's it. Blair Dame. Alright, let's see what I got. My big goal here is two things. One is to hit the triple super combo. And two is to select a Raging Demon character and hit that on a CPU. Because I've run a couple of these today. They are so hard. Okay, that's crazy. But it's going to be mostly being a merchant of jumping heavy, standing heavy, or jumping heavy sweep. And seeing if I can test this gangster. Also, lights do nothing in this game. Look at how little a light does. It's such a bad risk. Okay, how much does a heavy do? Alright, let's do something cool. Alright, fair enough. Nice whiff. Uh-oh. Okay, so that's only two. If you get all three, they hit the planet Earth. Yeah, take that. And he has baby skulls on his neck. Which is crazy. They have to be baby skulls, right? Where did he get them?
Round one, fight.
Nice. Okay, he's online. Ships in the night. Ships in the sky. I'd have to start doing moves. Seems to find the Elo potion here. Oh my god. Yeah, with Blair Dame, like, I obviously, like, I'm kind of gooning out about this character, right? Like half of it's a joke, but half it's also like, you know, when you encounter something like this when you're a little kid and you're like, you know, this is like, oh, I am starting to understand something about myself. And I think that's kind of funny. And I don't know. I think about it. Maybe I'm too hard on, like, the gooners of the new generation, right? Like, but I think the thing is, it's like, with Maya's just right there. You boot up the game, and her, like, gigantic triple F, like, total recall breasts are just in ultra HD 4K res, and it's like, I think back then, you had to kind of use your imagination. There was, like, layers of friction, I think, that built character. Oh my god. To what we call gooning. And maybe I just feel like there is something there, and maybe that's just boomer shit. But I think bring back working for it. You know what I mean? Oh my god. Alright, let me see if I can hit this. Hooah! The solo in this song is crazy. It's all synth. Dude, that's crazy. It crushes highs. Here we go. Give me that. Chip. Let go. He did let go, but it's not enough. Aww. Oh, that was almost sick. Oh, hello. Chun-Li. Okay, so this stage, I was playing this earlier. This is crazy.
Round one,
Dude, that's Chairman Mao. He's in the game. Look at him in the background. That is like undeniably that picture of Chairman Mao with his like fucked up balding haircut. Oh man. All right. Just doing my typical merchant activities. Ooh. Come here. Come on, they always block it. Ooh! You tripped. Her like Hot Topic wristbands are actually pretty tough. Oh my god, there's jiggle physics. Is that real? Are my eyes playing tricks on me? That is so crazy, dude. The amount of limited processing power this machine had, and they're like, well, look, there's one thing we have to do. Sick. We grab that. We grab that. I wonder if this is like a real picture. This building with Chairman Mao. Like, so you guys know that thing they're doing with Super Mario 64 right now, where they're trying to find like the actual pictures that the textures from Mario 64 were used. So it's like basically there's a rock texture in Mario 64, right? And for a lot of these things, they didn't like draw them by hand. They took a picture from like a stock library somewhere, like probably on a CD, and they like compressed it and put it into the game and repeated it as a tile. And that's like the rocks from, you know, Hazy Maze Cave or something. And so they're like, there's this project of like trying to find those real pictures, and it's very uncanny. It's very cool. And I wonder, like, I would love a project like that for really all games, but this one, you know, selfishly. All right, she's about to get a taste of the real world here. So if you meet Hokuto on level like 8, she is impossible. It's actually insane. She dodges so much shit. She's so evasive. She will parry you. But I think level 4, she's just a little easy. Except when she does that. Strike, throw, mixture. Relax. Okay. You can't give her space. See, what are my lights doing here? There's nothing. I guess you're supposed to be able to combo. All right, here we go. Give me this. Give me this. Give me this. Ooh, ah. When I got that as a little kid, I popped the fuck off. You cannot imagine. It also just looks cool. Thank God for Blair Dayan and her easy-ass combos. Ba-da-bump. Okay, Ken stage. All right. I am just going to shut up and let the Henny talk, and the Henny being this track, Light Guardian, in Ken's stage, which is like a park. I think this is the best track in the game. I think this is top 10 like video game tracks all time. I'm not kidding. Insane. How do you do something, bro? Whoa! Wake up, sweet. Woo! Break your neck.
Round 2.
Wait, what an animal. Dude, he plays like the actual Kens in Street Fighter 6. That is what they... What the fuck are you doing, bro? Here we go. Suck it from the back, Ken. I actually am upset the song's ending. I should have let him win. But go check it out, man. It's a real special track. Kind of burning them all up, huh? Here's Darun. Sandstorm. Oh, he's balding as fuck, too. You know what? Brave. Brave of them to put a balding character, I'll say it. They're like, yeah, he's reskinned Zangief, and he's balding, and he's also Persian. What do we think? And someone at Capcom Arika said, where do I sign? Whew. I'll fuck you up, brother. Whew. Mm-hmm. I will say, this is going so much easier. I played another a run of this. What the fuck? It was so... it was unbelievably hard. Maybe her standing heavy kick is just truly the truth. Yeah, that goes way high. I remember this. And then you get insane Oki, I guess. Good night. Again? I wish I was confident in my DP inputs. Okay. You ever get those confirms in like Street Fighter and it looks like you were trying for it, but you're really just mashing your dick off? Same. Bada-bump. I'm about to beat her ass in front of the schoolyard too. She's about to get embarrassed. Okay. Alright, relax. Okay. Alright. Oh my god, she did the Rage Achievement on me! I didn't know they could do that! That's fucking crazy. She also had super at level 3. Come on. Let go. Yes, grab. That's fucking animal shit. You're a bad player and you'll always be a bad player.
Round 2. Fight.
Lightning a knee. Oh. Oh my god. I think the game has finally gotten hard. Ooh, she went for guard break. I'll go for one. I'll give it a shot. Oh, dude. So when the screen freezes, you don't have time to block. Ooh, the back kick. Oh my god, bro. Okay. You cannot strike throw off of knockdown. They do not... They just wake up buttons. I think I have to get real cheap with it. Hello, sweetheart.
Akuma.
Hello, friend. Yeah, my shit mixed up. My goddamn teenager.
Round 1. Fight.
Alright, wrong button. That's crazy, bro. No one punishes that. Boom. Also, yeah, her Hadoukens dissipate because she's not trained enough. Dumbass. What'd you think was gonna happen? This is tournament, bro. I don't give a fuck. I will lame you out. This is Super Turbo. This is how we win. I try to wake up Super. Jesus. I thought the punish counter was coming. Got you. Crazy she can block after that. I think I'm not doing it like meaty enough. I'm scared. Send it. Oh! Dude, oh my god. She's fucking so good. Alright. All that work. I'll wet up your Converse, bro. Do not try me. I'm trying to air fireball super. It's not working. Akuma makes like robot noises when he gets hit too. There we go. No! No! Dude. Oh my god. Okay.
Round 1.
Why can't I hit the input? That's my question. Just been chopped us since the day I came out the damn womb. Boom, boom, boom. You guys might be looking at this too and be like, just DP, bro. The input is so hard. It's just not like in like Street Fighter. I also cheat and use leverless, but like there's a reliability to that. I don't have that here. This is how the ancestors used to play Street Fighter. I want to build meter. Can I do special? Oh, you can. So you can do specials and build meter like the old games. Look at that shit. Boom. Done deal. I would love to hit at least one Raging Demon, but I think I just might be such a piece of shit that I can't do it.
Round 1, fight.
What's up, Skullo Man? Damn, building meter by doing supers is so cringe. He's kind of lost, huh? Like, where's the punish? Okay, there you go. Watch your toes.
Round 2, fight.
Like, on the subject of the, like, you know, old media where these images... Where's that clown from, right? Maybe they drew this shit. Alright, Skullo Man. Check this shit out. I think he's like programmed to do Skullo Slider if you miss... Oh my god. This is so insane, brother. No. Wake up. He just eats it. Alright. There's only one way out of this. Yup. Give me that. Woo! He reached for the stars, though. I appreciate it. Yeah, maybe Sakura was just that bitch. You know what I think I've been doing is doing my inputs too fast. I think that the true... Maybe it's like it's an emulator and like there's these layers of things, but when I do a really slow fireball, like quarter circle, it comes out way clean. So I think my problem was I was just like trying to bum rush it. So with this information, I am going to take Kairi and I am going to pull his goddamn heart out of his chest with Raging Demon. Let's see. Oh my god, it's all going south. This is what I get for my hubris. Give me that shit! Let's go! Damn. Oh, I've never done that. Get destroyed, bro. Oh, that feels good. All right, I'm not gonna lie to you. I hit start when I was fighting Bison at the character select screen, and it took me all the way back to the beginning. So I spent the last 20 minutes just grinding this back up in silence, and finally we're here. It was actually that Kairi round, and then Bison again. So maybe I can one-shot this guy after everything I've learned. Do my inputs slow. I will say the command inputs, like the specials, are slow, but the links are not. Dude, go fuck yourself. Why are you doing that? Oh my god, this is just so much. I think you just gotta wait for him to scissors. Oh god. Okay. Come here, bud. Alright, that's awesome. More mediums. Dude, you just gotta let him... What the fuck, brother? Alright. I try to fireball. Dude, this is literally fucking impossible. I think I just have to DP him. Oh my god, bro.
Round 1, fight.
No. No! Give me that, give me that, give me that. No! Bro, he wakes up level 1 just like fucking every Bison player ever. That's actually insane. One scissors, I'm dead.
Round 2, fight.
Keep away, keep away. Yes. It's jump back fireball. It's impossible to beat. Mm-hmm. Barely caught me, barely caught me. I'm in the corner, doesn't matter. Boom. That's crazy. Dude, I can't believe he accesses that. Okay. Dude. When he's got you in the blender, that's just that. Oh, maybe you can't just... Come on. Eat it. No! Bro! Let's fucking go. Yes! Yes! I can do this.
Final round, fight.
Insane. I also get to build insane meter while I'm down here. Dude. If he eats enough of those, mathematically I win. Eat it. Yes, bitch. Me fireball. No. No. Okay. Insane, bro. No. Oh my god. You bet it all, didn't you? Didn't you, you greedy motherfucker? Not me. I'm playing safe. Yep. Yep. What else? Dude, it's swaggy as fuck that he goes for that. Take this. Coup de grace. Oh my god, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Please hit. Please hit. Please hit. Thank Christ, bro. I have been playing against M. Bison for a long time right now. I'm so surprised at how difficult that was. But we cheese it. That feels good. All right, what's Akuma's ending? Show me something cool. Show me something dark. Yeah, he looks like a toy. Uh-huh. Farming, farming. Yeah, okay. He's just gathering it up. That's it? Oh my god. Some of them are way cooler. I'm not gonna lie. That one sucked really bad. That also, probably back in like 1997, cost $4 million to make. One thing I did want to look at really quick is the game FAQs page for this game. Cause this is where you used to go. Look, video game man. Super Akuma guide. Look, character guides, expert practice mode, FAQ. This is just like describing what's in the training mode. Okay, there is some direction here. That's kind of cool. What does it say for Guile? Okay, it doesn't help. Wait, charge down back to down forward to down back to up forward plus kick. Down back, down forward, down back. That is so weird. Hold on, let me see if I can do it. Oh! Wow! Thanks, guy. Awesome. Well, shout-outs to Henry Lapierre. This is his email address. Dude, I hope this guy's alive. So many people in my life have died. And I hope this Guile player, he even says Guile player, I hope he's doing okay. This is sick, bro. Video Game Man 2000 at Yahoo. Fuck, man. Man. Just a tiny little pocket universe of the way things used to be. Not, you know, neither here nor there, whether it's better or worse. But, man, you had to be there. So that's it. That's Street Fighter EX plus Alpha. One of my favorite games of all time. And I hope you guys enjoyed revisiting it with me in this sort of like free association, like story time kind of weird. And you'd probably be like, what the fuck are you doing? But like, what is this? And I think that's a fair question. But I think as I just played and thought out loud, I realized that my life from a very young age has been filled with violence and death. And it's really just BL, man. It's just bad luck. And where I grew up is just very cold and dark. And I mean like physically dark. Like the sun would go down behind the mountain we live next to at 2 p.m. in the winter months. And there were so many people in my life, like working class adults, just trying to outrun the shadow. You know what I mean? And some of them didn't. My mom tried to kill herself twice. And she didn't. And I ironically ended up just dying accidentally in a weird way. And it's all just bad luck. And even though it's like unfair, I'm lucky enough to have had times where it wasn't, where I didn't have to be mad and I didn't have to be sad or confused. I just got to sit on the floor in front of a big TV and play games with my friends, or go to the video store, or watch Good Burger. And I think I'm just grateful for all of that. In the face of everything else, I'm just so grateful that I have this and things like this and a lot of things like this throughout my life. And also to talk about these people that are gone now, either dead or just away, makes me feel like I'm doing my due diligence in telling you that they existed. And I hope that maybe through this, you at home on the television set can find your own pockets of like joy, of like golden safety among whatever shit you might be going through. And I really do mean that. And this, I didn't like mean for this video to be like this or anything. I just started playing Street Fighter and said what was on my mind. And I guess this was all on my mind. So I hope you enjoyed. Check out the soundtrack. It's really special. Play the game if you want. It seems kind of broken. And thanks for watching. Ah! Fucker!